Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're absolutely welcome. If you're a regular viewer, you know I love you so much. Today we're going to be talking about the Big Brother reunion show day 19, and today they were just talking about Omashola and Frodd, their beef between them because of Venita, and then they also spoke about Kim and Jeff, the whole triangle that was going on in the house. So Omashola was explaining that he had spoken to Frodd when Venita showed up in the house, and he went to meet Frodd. He said, guy, this babe, just forget about her, leave her for me, you get, especially because everybody knew that Frodd already liked Esther. But then Frodd went ahead, to keep doing as if he was bonding with Venita, and he didn't really understand it. It was not looking like they were dragging Venita. Then after that, according to Omashola, he said that he was really excited when Venita came. According to him as well, that, oh, Venita brought life to the house, that she was so excited before Venita came. The house was really dull, so that he was really happy about Venita, and he liked Venita. Venita is this kind of person. So then Frodd just was doing as if he was unconcerned about Omashola's feelings or what Omashola had spoken to him about. Omashola now said that there was a day when he just saw Frodd and Venita, talking in the garden, and then he said he was first looking for Venita. He didn't see Venita. He noticed that Venita went to the room with Frodd, and then she didn't come out again for a long time. And this was when Frodd was head of house. It's like, okay, Frodd is using his powers, And Omashola was like, this was the day or the time that I was going to beat Frodd up, because he was abusing power. Then he now spoke about the day that he was with Venita, then he stepped out, only for him to come back again. Frodd had taken Venita to the dining, crossed his leg on the next seat that he was supposed to, or anybody was supposed to sit. That it was just somehow that it was really tiring for him. So he just decided that, man, let me just leave this Venita for Frodd. So when they asked Frodd his own part of the story, he said that he liked Venita, that him and Venita, they clicked, that they had so many things in common, and he liked Venita. Though Esther was there, but then Venita is this kind of person that when Venita came, she felt like an angel that was sent from above. And somebody was like, Venita, please flap your wings. And of course, you guys know Venita, she can be very dramatic. She was really flapping her wings for real. So Frodd was like, she was like an angel sent from above, that he really liked Venita when he saw her. And then after that, he said him and Venita, they had so many things in common, and he liked her. Ebuka now asked Frodd, he was like, Frodd, but Omashola spoke to you that, oh, this girl, leave her for me, and you agreed. If like you're like, no, this one will go fight her mode, is entirely different from like you agreed and then you still went ahead to ask Venita out, or just go and be doing love with Venita. So Frodd now said that we know Omashola used to brag about girls outside the house. He said this one was not bragging. Omashola said this is not bragging. Everybody in the house knew that I wasn't bragging about Venita. I really liked Venita. Frodd was trying to bring Kim into the picture. He said Kim was not even in the picture. Like, just forget about, I was really particular about Venita. They were going back and forth about Venita, liking Venita, and oh, this one took Venita from me, this one did not take Venita from me. So Venita was like the queen in today's episode. Moving on, Ebuka now asked Venita that, what are you going to say the case is? Let's hear from you. Venita now said for Omashola, she didn't really see the excitement from him. She just felt like, oh, he just talked and then he left. But then Frodd, she had a connection with Frodd, that Frodd was, they had a common ground, just like Frodd said. So that she liked Frodd, that she's not going to lie, that she liked Frodd. But things were not going to go on with she and Frodd, seeing that she had something going on outside the house. She now asked Frodd, are you going to confirm that? Frodd was doing as if he didn't want to confirm. So she said, no, I need you to confirm this because it is important to me. Frodd now said, well, you had a relationship that you had a problem with already. That is entirely different. It was a situationship or something like that. She now said, but then I spoke to you about someone outside the house. And Frodd agreed. So Ebuka now asked Venita that, are you still going to say that if something can go on with you and Frodd, you still like Frodd to want to, get into a relationship with Frodd? Venita now said, well, she can't really say because of two reasons. One is because she can't trust Frodd just like she trusted him back in the house, because right now he can't even confirm that she spoke to him about her relationship outside the house, so she cannot trust him. And then she also spoke about the fact that the perspective that people had about she and Esther fighting or dragging Frodd or something about Frodd, that she wanted to change that. Guys, if you watch this show, you're going to notice that Esther started giving Frodd attention when Venita came to the picture. So you saw that, oh, Frodd and Venita were, you know, doing some lovey-dovey meeting in some places. And then all of a sudden, you are now friends with Frodd. You now want to take what you feel like belongs to you, you know. That was what I noticed. I don't know if you noticed it as well. Please comment below. Frodd made a statement. He said that what he and Venita had, what they shared, felt true. Like it was easy, there was no struggle. Ebuka now asked him, so what he had with Esther was not true from the beginning. He now said, yeah, it wasn't so true, you know. And I'm like, okay, and Esther is right there. Guys, you needed to see the expression on Esther's face. But yeah, that was it. Moving on, they now showed the clip of Kim in Biggie's diary session where Biggie was asking Kim, oh, who do you think likes you in the house? She now said a lot of people have shown interest, like few people have shown interest. She mentioned Omashola, she mentioned Jeff as well. So you can now ask Jeff that, okay, what does he have to say about that? He said, well, first it was attraction in the mind. In the clip they showed, Jeff was telling Kim that, oh, stop friend zoning me. I'm not going to take that friend zoning. No, I'm not going to take it, you know. So they had something like friendship going on as well. Then we can now ask Jeff that, does he know why Kim didn't pay attention to Omashola? And then Jeff goes, yeah, she had me all over her thoughts. I was filled in her thoughts, that's why. And I see Jeff feeling himself. Oh. Kim now said, well, that she wanted to, that the reason why she wanted to be with Jeff was because at first Jeff was HOH, and when he won the HOH, first of all, that before that time, they had already, the only conversation she had with Jeff was that, oh, what did you study in school? And Jeff was like, well, I studied psychology. That was the only thing that they had spoken about. But then when he won the head of house, she was not like, the people are giving him this head of house because they voted and he won. So she was not like, okay, this guy looks like somebody that people are paying attention to. So, and then she said she wasn't really comfortable with the fact that she had to share the bathroom and then share a space with the rest of the housemates. So she was really looking forward to staying in the HOH room. You know, the HOH room had the bathroom and everything in it. So she said she wanted to stay there, and then she wanted to use that as an opportunity to get to know Jeff more. So she just already was doing an alliance with him and just, you know, telling him that I will stay with you in this room. And then she said, according to her, she's a go-getter, and if she wants something, she will just ask for it. So that was what she did. And then Jeff actually told her to come and stay in the room with her, and that was what it was. Omashola now said, well, that he noticed something about Kim. He noticed that after Jeff was not the head of house again, that Kim just dumped him, and but because of that, he didn't really, you know, rate Kim like that. And Kim was like, no, let me correct this. It is entirely different that I dumped him. I didn't dump him. I felt like he was not strong enough. Like, we're just coming to the house. This is the first week. So for me to be in this house, I needed to be with somebody who was strong. And Jeff at that time did not, he didn't portray that. So I'm not going to now go and be with somebody who I feel like is weak, you know. That was what it was for me. So I wasn't dumping him because it wasn't HOH again. I just wasn't comfortable with the fact that his strength wasn't, you know, out there. They were going back and forth, and you know that Ebuka now said normally he would just ask the people, okay, so where are you people now, but from this whole everything that is going on, of course you guys know what happened with Kim and Omashola, and you guys know that from the media round that has been going on, Jeff and Kim are already in a place of friendship, brother zone and friend zone. So he said he's not even going to bother asking. So that was what happened today. If I'm skipping anything, please let me know, because I feel like I'm not saying some things, you know. So please, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I'm going to see you on my next one. Bye.